Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be kind of a general introduction to the channel, the game, and to me. The other day I was kind of thinking about it and I do want to do a little bit more content for the channel. Specifically, I want to do one extra video per month that isn't necessarily related to DeCrypt, or it's not a devlog, you know. So I want that video to kind of be more of a fun thing, like doing a game jam or maybe like a tutorial for things, just something different. And I thought that would be a good opportunity to have the first one be kind of an introduction. So yeah, here we go. I didn't write a script for this because this whole time I was like, oh yeah, I want to do a video for the first of the month, and I came up with this idea maybe 2 weeks ago. Now it's 2 days before the first, and I don't have anything done. So I kept thinking I had more time, and then I didn't. And so we're gonna do this unscripted. I do have talking points, and we'll kind of go from there and see if we can do this in one take. My guess is no, and you probably won't hear that. So if you do hear that, I did a good job. So let's go. A little bit of an introduction to me first. My name's Tyler, obviously. I'm a software engineer out of Colorado, and I've been making games since I was between 12 and 14, really. Started with Game Maker way back in the day, like before Game Maker Studio had even been thought of, right? So that was a long time ago. And my first game was actually a Pac-Man clone that played the Linkin Park song Crawling, actually. And it was terrible, and while I'm sad I don't have a copy, it's probably better for the whole world that a copy no longer exists of that game. So yeah, and that's really it about me. I don't know what else to tell you. We do a little bit of software stuff at work, our game stuff at work. Obviously all of it is software, if that is what I do. But yeah, we do a little bit of game stuff at work, but most of my experience, almost all of my experience with games comes from just personal projects. And, you know, because I've been doing it for so long, well over 10 years, I've been using Unity since 2009, like version 2 something. I think 2.4 was the first one I used. So I've been using Unity for a while, and, you know, all this time, I haven't really done anything worthwhile. Like, I haven't made a game that has come out and I'm like, oh yeah, I actually finished like a decent sized game. It hasn't happened. And I realized that last year, and I realized that I need to get my shiz together and put out something that's decent. Because the biggest game to date is a mobile game that I spent about 4 months on. Back in 2018 or 17, and yeah, that's about it for notable projects. My itch.io page is filled with game jams and prototypes, but I haven't actually spent the time and put anything major together. So that's kind of what this game represents. DeCrypt is my attempt at putting something real together. So that's why it doesn't matter to me too much if it doesn't get popular, doesn't do well, because this game is more about putting all my time and making all of the time I've spent developing games worth something, right? So yeah, that leads us on to talk about the game a little bit. This game is called DeCrypt. It's a top-down action RPG, which is going to have a heavy focus on couch co-op and being a good roguelike. Basically, I was thinking about it. You know, one of our favorite things to do here is to have, you know, a couple of friends come over, we'll all sit down and we'll play Mario Party for, a couple hours. And I realized that that Mario Party format works really well for like a game night, because each match takes 30 minutes to an hour, probably closer to an hour. Um, and everybody gets a lot of fun out of it. And, you can get maybe 2 matches in on a normal game night. And yeah, I think it's just a really good format. We always have a lot of fun with it. So that's kind of the time scale for game that I want to emulate. Match duration, if you will. And it's a roguelike, and so obviously when everybody dies, then that is it for that playthrough. I want a full playthrough, like from start to end, to be about an hour. Mostly because, if you have friends coming over and they're trying the game out for the first time, I want it to be that, like, if you have 2 people that know what they're doing, they can carry 2 people that don't. But also, like, if they're just coming over and they might not come over all the time, like, I want it to be a fresh experience that you can get through in one sitting if you really feel so inclined. But I also want, for the people that do own the game, to have a reason to keep playing. So it'll have many difficulty levels so that you can keep playing through and trying to get through the harder and harder difficulties. So that is kind of the deal with that. My dream for it is, 4 people pop down to play it and get a decent amount of fun out of it. Obviously, it's still in the very early stages of development. I've done prototypes before this for this game, but this is the one. This is the run where, you actually put together the game and hopefully finish it. So, yeah. This version has been in development for maybe, I want to say 3 months now, maybe a little bit more. As far as the Unity project goes, it's been in existence for about 2 months. So yeah, got a long way to go. I don't know when I'll be done. I don't want to put out like a time estimate, because everybody says, oh, their game will be done in a year, right? But who actually gets their game done in a year? Even though I've planned out and done sprints and I've got everything really well planned out, you never know what's going to happen. So I won't be talking about when I expect it to be finished until it's closer to actually being finished. Yeah, and so that was it for really the first kind of just fun video, side video. Like I said, most of these will probably just be game jams and just tutorials, and I had some ideas of maybe trying out some other engines too, like having that be what I end up doing. So we'll see. These videos will probably be a little bit longer, probably closer to the 10-minute range. So yeah, appreciate you watching. If there's anything I forgot, anything I missed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will either address it in the comments or we'll pop it in the next video. So thanks for watching, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more about the game or more just general Unity shenanigans. And yeah, have a good rest of your day.